get into it. All right, 3, 2, 1. Of All Things Radio, Planet 102.3. What's going on, everybody? My name is JAYVIBEZ. My next special guest doesn't need an introduction, but you know I gotta give her one. All right, she has big old hits like Ring Pop, Like My Father, 90s Kids. All right, huge TikTok sensation. She's doing amazing things right now for body positivity with her latest single called Victoria's Secret. I got the one and only, the beautiful and talented Miss Jax. Jax, how are you? What's up?
Oh man, I'm great now. Oh my gosh, that was like the coolest intro of all time.
You know, I gotta give it to him. You know, first things first, how are you doing? What's up? How's your day?
It's really good. It's a kind of hectic. Like, so everything's been a tiny bit overwhelming, but in like the best possible way. And I am on cloud nine.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Well, thank you for doing this with me. Thank you for taking your time out of the day. You know, what's up? I know we're busy people out here, but first things first, Victoria's Secret, huge hit sensation. Tell me a little bit about the story behind that with Chelsea and, you know, her friends and everything like that. Give me the story.
Chelsea's the best. She's the kid I babysit, for those who don't know, and started babysitting her before the quarantine when I could not even afford groceries, after ghostwriting for other people at the time, working 3 side hustles. And then after the quarantine, Chelsea was like, none of my friends believe my babysitter's TikTok famous. And I was like, well, come over, we'll like do a video, right? And then recently she was like dealing with some bullying and feeling kind of insecure about her body and bikini shopping and stuff like that. And like, first of all, I'm always super triggered when she starts to like go off about something she doesn't like about her, you know, her ears, her hair, her this, you know, her size. And I'm like, because when I was her age, that's when all of my eating disorders and dysmorphia started. You could just like the slowest, most dysfunctional growth of that. Right. It was like, and it was only because I was comparing myself to the things I thought was like the definition of beauty, right? Because the things I saw, you're like super impressionable at that age. Puberty is awkward. Middle school is awkward. So I felt like it was more of a like older sister type of responsibility to like write about it and write about what I'd been through, in hopes that she doesn't go through the same thing. Because now I'm 26 and I still have trouble like feeling good when I look in the mirror, and I went through every eating disorder in the book. So for a long time, and it was a painful, I don't know. I felt like it was my responsibility to talk about it, not just for Chelsea, but I get all day long on TikTok girls and boys and like tons of young kids telling me that like they feel fat and they're getting bullied and their acne and their unibrow and their all of these things that I went through too. And I was like, if I could help a little bit, and even if I'm not personally ready to even talk about this kind of thing, I've been trying to write that concept for so many years. Victoria's Secret, the words have been in my notes forever. And I always felt like I'd be a fraud if I wrote it now, because I am not this like, hello, and like the Katniss body positive thing. And I'm like, I'm not the main character in this story. So I'm like, trust me, I'm not.
No, that's fine.
But I did feel like if I had the platform, it happened so fast. There's a million kids following me. So I was like, I know how to say it because I know what to talk about. And I'd rather say it in a way that was not sad violins, and that was a sarcastic
just punk rock, like
I wanted to paint the picture of the corporation selling this bullshit. Oh, sorry, I don't know if I could say that. Selling this like false image of what is the perfect body, and which in turn gets us to aspire to it and open up our wallets to continue the cycle. And I couldn't watch it happen again, so I wrote a song about
No, you're doing great things. You're making you're making a huge impact with people all over. I'm seeing the videos, the shorts, the comments. I mean, you're doing wonderful things. So definitely, even if you're not the main character in this story, you could be the narrator, and that's what some people need. So I feel like that was great. And then one thing I want to bring up too, so collaborations and things like that. I know you have this hall pass with the one little Dickie. Is that something you're going to try and get that collaboration going, or what? What's up?
My boyfriend's going to kill you when he hears that. I'm like, we get into this fight all the time because like we had our hall passes like forever, and we're our 1 bedroom, 600 square foot in a Tommy's Burgers parking lot. And we're like, oh, my hall passes. He's like, mine's like Pamela Anderson. And I'm like, great. Mine's Lil Dicky. And then now like that TikTok happened. I'm like, well, our hall passes are like still the same, right?
Right.
Like,
That's still valid, right?
Like, it's like, no way. It's like way too real. Like that could totally happen. I was like, oh, well, I don't know. You said it.
Yeah.
Like,
This was,
no, I'm just like, actually, I have a huge musical crush on Lil Dicky. I've been like a huge fan of his forever. I've seen every episode of Dave. My brother and I have listened. We know every word to every Lil Dicky song. Like I could spit like the whole spit. I can I could do that. I could do the girl part for Pillow Talking like perfectly.
I definitely want to see a parody version of a Lil Dicky song from you. And I think that would be good.
Should we do?
What's up? I say the sky's the limit. You definitely know all.
Money.
Hey.
We gonna say that money.
Yo, so I love the cover art you used for Victoria's Secret. You did Facetune to it and everything like that. It was great.
Thanks.
I thought it was hilarious. So what made you go about that route? Because I know every artist kind of needs a cover art for a single. So what made you go?
That was kind of actually the reality is that was the Victoria's Secret was not supposed to come out, and it was. I put that video out with Chelsea, like all the other songs I kind of put out on TikTok, and it just happened to like do a crazy thing where people started sharing their own stories quickly and being like, where's the song? I can't find the song. So we're like, oh God, we have to finish the song. And we have to like, submit it, and we need the photos and the this. And I was like, oh, okay. We had literally like an hour, I think, to do the photos when I woke up. So I was like, I think there's only one solution here, and it's free. Let's just like make this as obnoxious as we can. And like, I'm almost roasting myself and all the years I spent face tuning things. Right. And how ridiculous it was, but I wanted to make it like so satirical and like obnoxious, where like the background was warped even like, because it was great. Like, oh, people get caught with the warping, right? The background. And I was like, catch me, because I've like used way too many filters, way too much crap, right? And I want it to be like the most obnoxiously badly photoshopped photo. So I just kind of shrunk my like stomach in and my thighs and made the thigh gap, and then I warped the door in the back. Like the door in the background is like squiggly, and then I like. It was like it did it in like a minute, and literally took 15 minutes to shoot and edit for me, because I edited it like obnoxiously bad. And then I like my armpit hair airbrushed my pores and it looked creepy as hell. So I was like, it's perfect, because the whole point of the song is how creepy this concept is.
Listen up, everybody. You don't need a lot of time to make a single cover photo.
No, as long as it says something. It doesn't have to be serious either. I was not going to sit there and try to do serious artwork where they actually edit my face, because that would like make me feel guilty inside.
Of course.
After the song, you know.
I get it. I'm right there with you. So you're like super huge on TikTok, and that came about during the pandemic. So are you just full on TikTok job 101 now?
I won't lie to you. I have a lot of fun on the app, even as a user of the app. Like I have to actually put the phone, like force myself. I count. I'm like, okay, I have 4 videos left, because that feed is endless, right?
Yep.
So I stay on the app all day long. People are always making fun of how like I'm in every comment section. I comment on everything. I am kind of a full-time babysitter, like by design, because I like I'm living vicariously through all the like TikTok moms and the adorable kids. So I like have them come over. I'm like, yo, does your kid want to write songs? Like I'm just like very maternal lately and hormonal. So it's a lot to do TikToks with kids, because they're actual kids, you know? So it's like 7-hour days. Basically, I'll just like hang out, play toys and like eat candy and learn songs and sing songs with kids. And then I'm like, oh yeah, wait, I have like music like I'm doing. So I have to like, I'll hit the studio at night, and then I'll wake up, I'll do the radio stuff now. And it's like, it is like almost its own little job, like full-time
everything's
job
coming full circle.
Accident. It's awesome. I'm happy. TikTok's so much fun. Like I have a blast doing it. I just do it on an iPhone and this $22 ring light right here. You're looking at it.
Bam, right there. That's the setup.
Here it is.
Also, congratulations on getting your real estate license. Just for, why not? Just because, like, I'm getting mine right now. I just need to take my state exam, and then I'm right there with you. So it was just something I was like, yo,
I wonder what that's like. Texas, is that really intense?
Oh, it's a whole different market. There's like savages coming out left and right. But I mean, I'll be there soon. We'll see what's up.
No, this is a great thing because Texas is like popping off. Everyone's like, people are moving to Texas and buying properties and stuff. So I was like, that. I mean, that's huge. You get to work your own hours. Honestly, I never sold a house with mine because the day I got the license was like the same 48-hour period of doing the Ellen show, which I thought was not real life. And then I realized that was not.
I was like, do I take the test or do I do Ellen?
And I did both, but I took the exam. I could not. I'm like, so I can't just like start a project, you know, and it didn't even matter. I had to finish it. So I took the exam and I was able to buy my first home, the ugliest house in the nicest block.
That's how we do it though.
To do. And I finally saved up with like brands and stuff like that on TikTok and bought my home, and I was able to commission on it.
Hey, shout out. Gotta love it. We love to see
Which
it.
Which paid for all the bad plumbing in this house.
We talking clogged toilets? Like
the first clogged toilet within 24 hours. So yeah.
Oh, I'm dead. That's hilarious. All right. So you have amazing hit songs like Ring Pop and Like My Father and 90s Kids, which big fans of. I'm seeing constant continuation of patterns of singles. Or is this leading up to an album, or are we dropping more singles for the rest of the year? What's up?
I mean, I wish I could tell you. I have no idea. I'm so impulsive. I mean, Exhibit A being Victoria's Secret, which is not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
I just kind of post and like, I mean, my team is like super supportive and they just don't really like interfere. So I kind of just like post what I want.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I get panicky because they're like, oh wait, okay, we have to finish a song, but I have so much music. Like, so I have about like 10 songs I'm in love with. Right. Oof. And I'm so excited to share. They're all really goofy pop songs. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you everything's like some sort of
I got you. Well, hey, if you need help coordinating and picking what songs go on what album, what's up? Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I got ear for music.
I absolutely will. It's funny that you said like I actually have my own little like focus group.
Ooh.
Like on a text thread. Cause you know, like you can like, you have people in your life that are like super professional that you trust. But like generally speaking, like, I also have to like remember Gen Z and like younger girls and people that have been randomly listening to my music are like a whole
different ball game.
Like, so smart, by the way, like so savage, like they don't care at all. They're ruthless. So I was like, I have this thing called a roast chat where like all my friends' kids, like I send them the music after I do a session and I like make them give me like an honest roast.
Yeah.
And so I know what I'm walking into.
I totally get where you're coming from because me and you're the same age, in case you didn't know. But
96?
All day.
Hey, 96. What month?
March. I'm an Aries.
You were so close. You're a little older.
I know. Slight work. It's okay.
Oh, slightly. Like a couple days.
I love to see it. So how does it feel coming all the way from New Jersey to LA, from doing Adele, from TikTok, to now getting signed by Atlantic Records? I mean, what's up? How do you feel about everything?
It's like, oh, God. I go through like random moments of just crying a lot. It's like,
happy cries?
When things happen that fast, like I cry a lot. I go to a lot of therapy. No, it's like, it's overwhelming. There's so many things, like big bucket list things you dream of as a songwriter. And I've been a songwriter my whole life and gone through different chapters in my career, and never was there ever a point where like things were kind of running smoothly and that I was able, like people were kind of just interested, right, and like listening to the music. So when it happens so fast, like it's an overwhelming thing to like process. You're obviously my heart is like exploding. I'm beyond grateful. It's everything you could have dreamed of, but it's also like it's a whole lot to process at once. So it comes in phases for me. So every now and then it will just hit me. Yeah. And I'll just break down in tears, like to my boyfriend, like, is this really happening? Like, but those moments click mostly when it's not even about the numbers anymore at this point or anything. Like it clicks like so hard for me. Like when I meet kids in person and their moms, and like we have these like crazy conversations about like where they heard my song first and other thing, and then what they're going through in school and like all this stuff. That's that's literally like the dream for any artist that makes art, right? Is like you don't know these people, but they heard something or saw something that you did, and like it helped them through something, and or made them feel something anyway, right? Yeah. And that's the whole purpose. Like that's it for me.
That's awesome. No,
mind-blowing.
Yeah, I get it. And it definitely comes in pockets and waves to where you gotta just, when it hits you, it hits. And you deal with those emotions in that moment, in that present, and just being there in that moment and embracing everything. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad that you broke that down for us. I got one more question before we kind of wrap things up. For people on TikTok, for people coming up, upcoming artists and everything like that, do you have any words of advice that you would like to tell your fans or even listeners or people who just love what you do?
Oh gosh, that's the biggest question, because I could actually go on forever, because I feel like I've learned so much over the last 3 years, and then a lifetime of not being myself and being totally inauthentic and caring way too much about what people were telling me to be in my art, right, and what I do, and in my personality, and what I post, and what I write, like how to write a song, how to write a hit song, like all these things. And it's like, for the first time in my life, I had nothing else to do during a quarantine than just this, and like and be exactly as goofy as I really am, like the Chandler of the friend group, and like the inappropriate dad joke at a funeral type of thing. Mm-hmm. Like that's who I am. And I finally just had this like shamelessness where I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna do everything I wanted to do, and what's the worst that could happen, Yeah. And that was the moment that after all these years that like people connected with it, because I think sharing your art's important, not being afraid to, not comparing it to other people, not trying to chase somebody else's dream, right, just yours. And then also like, you're the only you. Yeah. So there's going to be something interesting about what you have to say or do. So screw it. Just post if you want to. Like, don't overthink it is my advice.
There you have it right here from Jax herself. Hey, Planet 102.3 of All Things Radio. My name is JAYVIBEZ, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you follow Jax on all of her social media. Check out her latest single, Victoria's Secret. Actually, Jax, before I guess I let you go, I do have a favor to ask. Do you think you could perform Victoria's Secret for us, or?
You're in the right. You're looking at the TikTok room here. That's like, for those who don't know, I know, absolutely down.
That's what I'm talking about, everybody. I knew I liked her. All right. Victoria's Secret right here. Jax, Planet 102.3 of All Things Radio, everybody. Let's go.
Okay, this is Victoria's Secret, and I hope when you listen to it, you think I shouldn't compare my body to any body that I see ever. God, I wish somebody would have told me when I was younger that all bodies aren't the same. Photoshop bitty models on magazine covers told me I was overweight. I stopped eating, what a bummer. Can't have carbs in a hot girl summer. If I could go back and tell myself when I was younger, I'd say, psst, I know Victoria's Secret. Girl, you wouldn't believe she's an old man who lives in Ohio, making money off of girls like me, cashing in on body issues, selling skin and bones with big boobs. I know Victoria's Secret. What is it? She was made up by a dude. Victoria was made up by a dude. Victoria was made up by. I wish somebody would have told me that thighs of thunder meant normal human thighs, and all the pressure I was under to lose my appetite and fight the cellulite with Hunger Games like every night. If I could go back and tell myself when I was younger, I'd say, hey dummy, I know Victoria's Secret. And girl, you wouldn't believe she's an old man who lives in Ohio, making money off of girls like me, cashing in on body issues, selling skin and bones with big boobs. I know Victoria's Secret. She was made up by a dude. Oh, she was made up by a dude. Victoria was made up by. I know Victoria's Secret.
And girl, you wouldn't believe, she's an old man who lives in Ohio, making money off of girls like me, cashing in on body issues, selling skin and bones with big boobs. I know Victoria's Secret, she was never made for me and you.